can just walk down the street.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear us? Okay, we have a live audience. Welcome to the Pubcast Show.
Oh, that's me, that's right. Hello, my name is Jason Evans, and it gives me great pleasure to be alongside two wonderful people who I'll introduce now on the Pubcast Show. My great mate, Karen Ingram. Karen.
Hello, hello, and welcome. Wherever you are in the world watching, before we kick off, I'd just like to acknowledge that where I'm beaming to you from Wurundjeri land, I want to pay respects to the traditional custodians, and unlike most of the history books, this land was never ceded. I'd like to throw you now to Maddie
How's
Thomas.
it going? And I would like to acknowledge that I'm related to 90% of our live studio audience. Hello.
And we're coming to you live from the Tramway Hotel in North Fitzroy, Melbourne, Australia. What do you reckon?
I'm really pumped. I've been ready since 10 o'clock today, so I was here knocking down the doors of the pub and I helped the cleaner out. I was that excited, so I've done all the mopping here at the
It looks
beautiful,
very clean.
beautiful tramways. And
somebody's eating their dinner off that floor.
well, that wouldn't be me. But so what you're probably wondering what we're doing, and if you followed us on Facebook for the last 9 days, we're just bringing pub culture to you in the internet land. Because everyone needs a local pub, everyone needs to feel that community of pub. There are so many great things that happen in pubs. People meet people in pubs. People go for dates in pubs. Bands are formed in pubs. People, in whatever interest they do, align themselves in pubs. People play sport. They form sports.
Yeah.
They join
great
bands.
business ideas.
They think of community cups and rock dogs and all great social community
solve
things.
the world's problems. They start movements.
Everything good that's ever happened
well.
most likely started in a
I
pub.
reckon so.
It is. So we're coming to you for the next 10 weeks. And
10 weeks?
we're doing this.
Hang on a minute.
We're doing this for you. No, it's 10 weeks. Our contract got extended. So it's a great team effort here. We've got Carby on the strings over there. We've got Mark Island. And I just want to thank the staff. Everyone here at the Tramway Hotel.
Thanks Tramway Hotel.
Thanks,
You've been
man.
awesome.
We're going to get you up soon.
We'll talk to some people from the pub shortly, and we're going to hear some live music shortly, and much more banter and general carry on. So don't go anywhere, because we're not going anywhere. We're live to you for the next half an hour.
Or 24 minutes.
Or 24
24
minutes.
minutes.
Hey, Maddie, what's happening?
What isn't happening? I would like to mention it is the International Day of the Girl.
Yay.
So
Go girls!
who run the world?
Hello, Lily. Brush your teeth.
Yes, Jason is the father of Australia's
Most photographed child.
most photographed child and one of
Stiff
our
competition.
independent prime ministers in a few years.
Or Attorney General.
Or Attorney General, we don't
No
mind.
pressure. Or she could just do whatever she wants to do without having her dad tell her what she can do.
She will. I just wanted to say quickly about an event that happened in Melbourne, just obviously with the grand final, and we would have been with you last week, but we wanted to do Richmond, but every pub was just kind of in recovery mode from the grand final.
Okay,
But a
great.
special shout out to the Corner Hotel management. Dallas Crane got booked Warwick Kappa, who was the MC, and after his first bit of 5-minute activity was doing 1980s kind of sportsman's nights performance. Lots of people in the audience complained, and just a little shout out to the management of the Corner Hotel, handled it really well and made sure they did everything right to make sure people aren't exposed to that kind of entertainment. Well, I'm not even going to call it entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment.
Anti-tainment.
Yes.
Something like that.
How is Warwick Kappa still relevant? The man is a community stain. If there's going to be a blonde loudmouth bashing around in leopard print, it's going to be me.
You,
all right.
that you
So
after
book me
May
next
Thomas,
year, Dallas
yeah.
Crane, because I tell you what, my jokes are a lot better,
Yeah.
and they're not that good.
It wouldn't have to be hard to be better
No.
than Warwick Kappa.
Now, do you know why I invited you to be a part of this project?
Oh no, this is unscripted.
I
Are we
know.
going off script?
No,
What's
it's
going
all right.
on?
But we're really good friends,
Yes.
and
We've known each
I
other
said,
for a
you
long
know, you're very busy, you've got a great family, we're here tonight. And you said to me, Jason, I just don't get to a pub as much as I used to. So I get to see you every Wednesday in a pub, which is absolutely fantastic. Do you have a great memory of your first time you went to a pub?
Yes, I do, and I just also want to say before I answer that question, the for the people who don't come to pubs like myself, and you don't have to create your own show to actually come to a pub every week, just live vicariously through Jason, Maddie and myself for the next 8 to 10 weeks in pubs.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, so yeah, vicariously through us. But early pub memories, so hopefully I've got some friends from my hometown of Newcastle watching tonight.
Newquay, that's right, Newcastle.
And my first pub experience was at the Grand Hotel in the early 80s. So Newcastle in the early 80s. I'll just let you digest that for a moment. But we Chisel? No. There was a Star Hotel riot, but that's a subject for another day.
You say a riot?
The Star Hotel.
Holy moly.
Oh my goodness.
Google it later, mate.
There's a history lesson. But yeah, look, it was where misfits from all over Newcastle gravitated to discover the political and social norms of the punk movement that was sweeping the UK, and actually found a really entrenched home in the steel city of Newcastle, real working class area. And anyway, music and fashion of the time brought us together. And
Fashion, any fashion stories of pubs for you?
Yeah, maybe let's not divulge all my secrets in the first show.
I've just set Carrot up beautifully, absolutely beautiful. Now, Maddie, would you like to introduce, or can you introduce our first musical guest?
I most certainly can. We are so excited that our very first musical guest for the Pubcast show, yay, is Kate and Nat from Coda Chroma, and she will be performing Open Season.
Watch where you're going, and you're keeping your cool things cold. Did you see it coming? Well, it's all you can, yeah, it's all you can do to keep from. Keep from melting down, keep from falling into the chasm. I know you've been counting the hours. People tell you turn it around, but not before you saw the gathering clouds. Open season, kicking yourself. And you never went back again. No, you couldn't face it. They say you should stuck out your chin. Let it to erase it when you made it home. When you threw it all underneath the bed. Like a broken bone, it's gonna take a little time to heal. Yes, I know you've been counting the times. People tend to throw you their lives, and it's all so simple if you could just smile. Losing reason when you're out of your mind. You don't have to care what they think. Oh no, you don't have to care what they say. Well, I know you've been counting the hours. People tell you you could turn it around, but not before you saw the gathering clouds. Open season, kicking yourself. I know you've been counting the times. People tend to throw you their lines, and it's all so simple if you could just smile. Losing
Thank you so much. So, what's going on? What's new? What's happening? What are you doing?
Thank you, Molly.
Musically,
Yes.
we just put an album out. So it's a self-titled album, which kind of basically means we couldn't think of an album title. So I think you get to do that once with your debut album. So that came out in April, and I just went overseas and did a bunch of shows.
Where did you go?
To the UK and Germany.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. And now we're back to do a run of shows. We're supporting a guy called William Crichton, who's wonderful singer-songwriter. So that's kind of what's happening, and we're getting ready to record album number 2.
When's your next gig? Where can people get the whole Coda Chroma experience?
Yeah, so it'll be the full band. We're playing at the Post Office Hotel on the 22nd of October.
Which is where for people
It's in
listening and
Coda,
watching?
yeah, on Sydney Road, corner of Sydney Road and something else. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. It's been great to hear you live. First guest on and we'll hear a bit more from Coda Chroma at the very end.
They have a
It's
very,
really hot.
very exciting cover that I cannot wait.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
cover.
them rehearsing a little bit earlier. It's going to be a good one.
I was going to do this. This is my little segue here because unfortunately someone left the heater on. And it's actually, I'm just getting our next guest into position here. So, Bess, before I introduce you, is that off now?
Let go.
Actually, this is Bess, everyone. She's one of the managers here. Bess, how you going? Come and grab a seat.
That, I have to say,
You've saved our lives.
pour a great
You're getting all flushed, Karen?
Yeah, again. You did pour a great beer earlier, but that really does take the cake. Turning off the heater, thank you. So welcome, Bess, and thanks for having us in your home away from home.
Your workplace. Your workplace. Tell us what's some of the good things like working about the Tramways?
Oh, it's a great place to work. Like, it's just really relaxed environment, and I think that attracts really relaxed people, and it's just a really nice place to work. Everyone that works here is great. Get to try lots of nice local beers, and we have live music all the time, which is great for us.
So speaking of beers, the show's called ThePubcastShow. What beers do you pour here on tap?
We've got Young Henry's on tap, Riders beers from Two Brothers. We've got a Co-Conspirators on tap at the moment, Mornington. So we try and keep it really local and independent.
Fantastic. And cider? Do people drink cider, or is that just a myth? Besides this one over here.
A delicious Young Henry's without cider.
And now, before the girls jump in over here, tell us about the food.
So we've got American style pub food, lots of nice burgers, some poutine. We've got a couple of Canadian chefs, so they do the poutine just right. Onion rings, mac and cheese, lots of nice greasy food to go with the beers.
And vegan food and veggies.
Yeah, absolutely. So all the burgers can be made vegetarian or vegan, and the same with poutine and mac and cheese and chips and gravy.
And it's
all
funny,
of that.
because since I was on time and got here, I had dinner and I had a great burger that's named after a Melbourne band called the Baptist burger with the blue cheese. So I guess that's the Canadian chef influence for there. So it's great.
What colour is Baptist?
Does it taste better than it sounds?
Just a burger, all right. Any questions for Beth?
Oh, so the clientele, all friendly.
Very friendly.
And what I loved about going to the ladies' toilets earlier was some excellent graffiti. There's some, topical issues being tackled in the toilets, but really well managed by the hotel management here at Tramway.
What happened? Hang on, I don't know what you're talking about. So what happened? Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There's some graffiti that went up recently that was very anti-sex worker. Not very feminist, but portrayed in a
Very transphobic also.
absolutely. And we just kind of were appalled when that happened, so we stuck up a little note on the back of the door.
Is this at your house or at the
No,
pub?
at the pub.
Can I work a bit to relax the mood here a little bit?
No.
But the response to that has been really good. A lot of people just saying that you're there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was great to read a sign saying, you know, take your hateful speech elsewhere. And I think that's really timely given the times that we're all trying to very hard to exist in at the moment with this ridiculous postal vote. Schmostal schmote.
Well, some of my neighbours just put up rainbow bunting, so I want to go and give them some flowers. I was so happy.
And
so
there's
proud.
neighbours in my area that they've put up a sign saying, but it's at an intersection, but it does say, honk if you want to come to our lesbian wedding.
Oh,
And so happy
I wish
to,
I had a car.
Happy to honk. We can have a little bell. But look, I'm happy to honk, but I'm a bit worried about the safety concerns at a busy intersection. But anyway, another great thing that I'm sure Tramway Hotel is also very supportive for marriage equality.
Yeah, listen, we've just asked Beth why it's so great to work here and I guess work in the industry, but you don't come and have beers and hang out for your work, clearly. So can you just stick to the script for a second? Where do you like having beers in another pub in Melbourne?
Yeah, all right,
So what's some of your favourites?
Yeah, so I live out in the western suburbs, so I head over to Footscray.
West side.
I go to the Reverence in Footscray when I want to have a beer at a local pub over there. It's pretty nice.
And are you a good customer?
Oh, well, I hope so.
Is it like that myth about doctors make the worst patients? Is it like bar staff are the worst kind of
demanding?
clients?
I think anyone that's
You
worked
tap
in
there like this, or do you
hospitality
whistle
has to
and
be a
go,
good
oi, oi, oi?
Never.
wow, you just quieted an entire bar
No,
full of people
everybody's
with that
really
oi.
That's all right, that's okay. So, Bess, on behalf of the Pubcast Show, thanks for being here. And just so we've been like, if we're a footy club, we've been doing pre-season. We've been coming here for a few weeks, only because the food and beer is really good. And Bess has been fantastic. And I think out of all the 15 interviews that we've done with you, this is clearly the best one, isn't it?
I should hope so.
Yeah,
on you.
well
All right.
done. Thanks very much, Bess.
I think you're not behind the bar there, because everyone's just tapping rudely, tapping there,
I
tap,
can
tap,
hear
tap,
eyes
tap, tap.
being...
Can we give it up for the wonderful Bess here, ladies and gentlemen? And we should, Ryan, please come here. And here's the lovely Ryan. Round of applause for Ryan too. Hello, Ryan. Ryan doesn't talk. He hasn't got a speaking role in this show, so it's all right. Thanks very much.
A bit like the Dickie Knee of Pubcast.
I thought we had a no mentioning hey Saturday clause in this
I don't
show.
even know where
Hey, we
that
almost
came
got
from.
through one
I don't know
without.
where that came from, sorry.
Is it time for our live read ad?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, well, Carby, let's just come through the audience over here. So basically, this is to inform everybody, i.e. people with money out there that want to do some promotion. This segment in the Pubcast Show allows you to give us money so we can go to Hobart, to the wonderful pubs down there. So this is an example of what a live read would cost. Conditions apply. In my hand is a lovely six-pack of the beautiful Young Henry's Newtowner. Applause. We sampled 15 people before the show, and their response to, do you like this beer was? Yeah! And only one person, Andy, said no, so I think we're tracking really, really good. This beautiful Young Henry's Newtowner is brewed in Sydney in the inner west, and this first came to my life when my good friend in Sydney, Adam Yee, got the Young Henry's mob on board for the Sydney Community Cup, and lo and behold, they are the traditional sponsors nationwide, except for Perth and Adelaide, for the wonderful Community Cup, where everyone here, including Andy, loves the Community Cup, don't we? How's the live read going?
Yeah, really good. I think we're getting lined up though.
Okay, I've just got to do one more thing. My beautiful hairstyle today was created by Stephen Sabatino of Stephen Sabatino Hairdressers. Thanks, Sabo. And I do have to admit, in the Alan Jones School of Broadcasting, that no money was changed hands for. It said haircut and beard trim, just so we're kosher on that.
No
Howdy.
money change hands.
All right, well,
Okay, well.
in the interest of promotion
Okay.
and in the interest of International Girl Day, Fifi's Bar. This is not a paid promotion. I just love this place so much, and they have a cocktail night on Saturday night. They're launching a whole new cocktail menu. Go and drink. Their chili smoky margarita is amazing.
Really?
But I digress.
Just hang on, Karen. Do you have someone to unplug just quickly?
Oh no, I'm just wearing my ally badge on my boob. That's all I really have to say.
And if you don't have a badge, just wear it on your heart.
Oh, that's special.
Hey, can we talk about pub gigs, please?
We can talk about some gigs. So we're just doing a little rundown of a few shows that I think you should definitely go out to this weekend if you can. Sasquatch playing the Chroma Lounge in Ballarat, which is
for our regional viewers.
For our regional viewers, we've got Benny Walker at Memo Music Hall Friday the 13th. We have the beautiful, gorgeous Davy Lane playing at the Grace Darling this Friday the 13th.
Great pub.
Great pub, great guy as well. There's also a really cool Friday the 13th party here. Dress up, get spooky, wear some fake blood, creep out everyone on the street.
Is that Halloween?
No, it's Friday the 13th.
Is that Halloween?
Scarier.
No, Halloween's October 31st.
It's 2 weeks later.
Sorry.
There's just no telling some people. Now, Friday the 13th is also the last ever finishing school at Bella Union. So if you want to go out and pay your tributes to the wonderful Andrew McClelland for all of his years of playing Whitney Houston and backing it up with Rage Against the Machine, go down and do it. Custard are playing at the Northcote Social Club on Saturday night. There's a fantastic band called Fluff that are playing at the Tote on Saturday night. Go and see them. Danny Leo, their drummer, is a human ball of thunder. I have never felt sorry for the skins of drums. He has arms like windmills.
All right.
We love Danny Leo. We love you too, Neil Wilkinson.
I love
You might end up as toilet graffiti in the ladies' room one day.
Oh God, I'm toilet graffiti everywhere. Get with the program. And one last one, because again, International Girls' Day, and she is amazing. Alex Leahy is playing at the Corner Hotel on Tuesday night. She has a sold-out show on Wednesday, so try and get your tickets on Tuesday. Get in there, go see her Tuesday night. It's going to be a really, really good gig.
Wow, what a rundown, Maddie Thomas. You
I like to be
are.
comprehensive.
Oh, and a clap.
And I'm out of breath.
And an unprompted clap.
I'm glad that we turned the heater off.
I've got a little gig I want to plug because obviously we're going right around the world, and there's a great pub in Adelaide called the Grace Emily Hotel, and a favourite here at the Pubcast, and Maddie, the great Ben Salter, is playing there on Thursday night, which is tomorrow night, with Hannah Brasecki, who's a great local artist in Adelaide, who's involved herself with the Community Cup.
Yep.
In Adelaide, and for anyone who hasn't seen Ben, please go and see Ben and buy his records or how you buy music these days.
He is a national treasure in the making.
Wow, well, I don't have any of those sorts of gigs to promote, but I do know that not only music happens in pubs, but there's philosophy talks in pubs, there's philanthropy talk in pubs, there's women telling stories in pubs. So, you know, let's think about it all a bit differently. It doesn't always have to be beer and music, although it does help.
It helps.
It does tonight.
It does tonight. Well, definitely tonight. And it will every week on the Pubcast Show.
So with that, with current things happening in society, are you hearing much about the yes vote, like in pubs and stuff like that, or is everyone made up their mind? I don't hear a lot of discussion in
I
pubs.
saw a fantastic thing. I think it was on Facebook the other day where the people who are sponsoring the no vote, had someone skywrite no in the sky, obviously, and some fabulous mega genius flipped the picture around so it said on, and then wrote "A Night Like This, Kylie Minogue."
I did see that.
Fabulous.
Beautiful.
Guerrilla
Hot
marketing
pants.
for a fantastic and important vote to get behind. And if you haven't voted,
Please
vote.
send your vote. You probably have lost your little thing. You probably looked at it and went,
People don't talk like that, do
they
they?
do.
Oh, they
my
do.
God. Of course they do.
I've never heard anyone speak like that.
Well, that's
You
happening.
did it again. That was a great noise. Angus, does she do that all the time?
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, all the time. So, just go and find that bit of paper that you stuffed underneath the dog's bed or something. Don't forget it all. And get it out, tick yes, and post it off, please. Because complacency is our biggest enemy, not only with this, but with everything. So get off your fat ass and get out there and do something and stand for something.
And don't be one of those losers who are trying to sell their votes, like I have seen. You will be reported. You will get a large fine.
Maddie will report you.
I
and
will.
So will
I will. And so will.
And that's why pubs are really good, because if you don't, I'm not saying anything about like the yes votes, because clearly 99% of the population will vote yes.
They should.
Something very strong.
I hope
But
so.
the point is that pubs are really good to talk to people, convince
Yeah.
people, or hear someone else's view about that, because whether it's sport or government or whatever like that. So,
Good pubs.
well, any pubs.
It's like when you hear great music and you say available in good record stores, because not all record stores sell good music, let's face it, and not all pubs are the same, but you can be guaranteed, Jason and Maddie, that every week for the next 8 to 10 weeks, the Pubcast show will be coming from a pub that is not sponsored by gaming, it's not a gaming venue, and that is not transphobic or, they're just not dickheads basically, they're just not run by dickheads, so that's where we'll be coming from.
And they must pay their stuff for the award and not rip them off like some pubs that are being uncovered about right now. And if you thought this was just like a weak lime cordial show, go and watch Bachelor, because we're going to hit the hard things, the whole thing. Maddie, favourite part of the night, you get to introduce the cover.
I am so excited that this is one, our first show, two, we have this amazing duo with us, and three, because they are covering one of my favourite bands of all time. So we have Coda Chroma back once again, playing Good Morning by the fantastic UMI.
Straight from the fire, so check your brain into the AM dial. Waking up is easy when you got a voice, rattling up the ratings on the breakfast show. Waking up is easy when you got a throat, telling you what's out there. Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? If you don't like the mess that you may hate, the competition running, leave today. Pack your bags, clean your ears of the city. You got a place where even the car looks pretty. Waking up is easy when you got a voice, rattling up the ratings on the breakfast show. Waking up is easy when you got a throat you love, telling you what's out there. Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? Good morning, ladies, you need a man. Put your trust in our 30s and over there. Waking up is easy when you got a voice, rattling off the ratings on the breakfast show. Waking up is easy when you got a throat you love, telling you what's out there. Is anyone out there? 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 Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
the show.
That was a really cool way to end the show. Thank you all for watching and hitting like or love or whatever. Hopefully somebody's been watching. If anybody out there, thank you very much for your time and for putting up with all the promo that's been bombarding your feed all through the week in the lead up to our first show, the Pubcast Show. I'd like to thank the magnificent Tramway Hotel in North Fitzroy.
Thank you, Tramways.
Thank you, Tramways. I'd like to thank everybody who's been part of our debut show's live audience. Thank you. Give yourselves a clap. I'd like to thank Carby Warby behind the camera. There he is. I'd like to thank Mark on crew, but especially our first guests, Kate and Nat from Coda Chroma. Thank you so much.
And can we please give it up for the wonderful people, the talent here at the show, the wonderful Maddie Thomas, the wonderful Karen Ingram. And thank you to
sorry, and
Jason Evans was good too.
Yes.
See you later.
Contact us on Facebook.
I just spilled cider all over myself. All right, if you like what you see, if you enjoyed what you heard, if you want to send us your gig, please get in touch with us via the Facebook page. If you want to give us your money, which we will never say no to because we're just a couple of cheap tarts.
We'll talk about you a lot.
We will talk about you. There are rewards. Go to www.patreon.com// Oh, that was fancy. / The Pubcast Show, and give us your money. You'll get some awesome little rewards. We've got them all nicely lined up for you.
And we really like some production funding so we can have opening credits and the voiceover person, because it's really hard to do everything here.
Yes.
So anyway, if we can say we're done, we're all good.
I think so. I just wanted to say you've been watching the Pubcast Show. Tell your friends and see us next week.
Beer and equality
And
for all.
let's go out in the reprise one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Waking up.